Good morning and welcome to the original Loretta Brown show. I am the original Loretta Brown. I know there's other Loretta Browns out there, but this is it.
Could we one show maybe throughout, maybe call them and just be like, hey,
all of the Loretta Browns.
We're the original Loretta Brown out here in Seattle. Who are you? Which one are you?
I love this idea.
I think we should maybe run with that.
I think we should run with that. We'll figure it out, okay?
I'm in.
I'm in too.
People might get confused though, there's a lot of Lorettas on today on the same show.
I know.
Yeah, we're just calling them all.
I don't run into Lorettas very often.
That's why it should be fun.
Yeah, it is. It would be fun. Yeah. So anyway,
all the Bennies and Johns.
All the Bennies and Johns.
Long.
Yeah. Because there would be a lot of those.
A bazillion of them.
Yeah, there'd be a bazillion. Anyway, welcome to the show. This is a radio to open the heart, heal the soul, and awaken the consciousness. I got to tell you, I've been trying to do this thing where, when it's time to get up, I like to kind of lay there a little bit, Benny. It's kind of a morning meditation thing. So I've been trying to do this thing where I just get out of bed.
Yeah, get into your present moment.
Yeah, just get up, just go and get to my little meditation place. And I'm falling asleep in my meditation place.
Whoops.
So I got to figure this one out.
Maybe you should get up first a little bit, get the motor running, and then go back and idle down a little bit.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing to do.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So anyway, welcome to the show. If you're out there driving around, it's drippy, it's rainy. Welcome, rain. Thank you for coming back. And I think you'll be here for a little bit with us, right?
Boo.
Yeah.
We were happy so earlier in the week.
We were so happy. But the sun will come back.
It will.
They'll say. Yeah. So what an amazing week that we had over there at Reiki Oasis. I'm the owner of Reiki Oasis. And we had a Reiki 1 class on Saturday that was absolutely full. Wow. It was just amazing people in there. And I have to just say, I've taught Reiki for, 21 years now, 22, going on 22. There are times when there's people that come to a class and it is just magical. And I'm just really humbled and honored to all of those people that came and that I'm able to attune you to Reiki and you can go out in the world and spread the goodness, as we say, and do what we can do to heal ourselves and the planet.
You've been a busy gal.
I was. Sunday night we had a crystal bowl healing concert at Bala Yoga in Kirkland. And I got two people contacted me on Monday to say that they'd had chronic conditions that actually went away.
Good.
Yeah. Like one was 10 years, one was 16 years. So sound is very powerful. And of course the angels were there. So I can't take total credit for it. But what a good time we had. So once again, a big thank you to my amazing webmaster, Indigo Hawk, and all my financial supporters on Patreon. This is a listener-supported show. If you love what you hear and you want more of it, please go to patreon.com/The Loretta Brown Show. And you can do a one-time donation of even $1, or you can become a monthly supporter. And there's all kinds of great little things that happen, and you sort of get behind-the-scenes stuff with Loretta, which this Loretta here talking, this one here.
The original.
Yeah, the original one.
Like I said, you can't drop that.
I can't. I'm the original. Right.
Gotcha.
And also, if you're trying to schedule, you can go to schedule.reikioasis.com, and you can select my Reiki Master Assistant, Sherry. She can do Reiki, as well as myself, Loretta. And you can also, if you just need to get in quick, you can choose whatever, and it will give you the first available appointment, right? So that's how it works.
Because some people's schedules are a little more available than others.
Yeah, I'm booked out a couple of months. It's usually that way. And I always thank people for their patience when you're contacting me, because it can take me a little while to get to my emails or even my phone messages if I have a busy schedule. Obviously, I can't text when I'm with a client.
It's a little challenging for you.
Yeah. They don't like it so well.
No.
Excuse me a minute.
I wouldn't want you to either.
No. I have to totally be present with people. This is a call-in show this morning. It's going to be me on the show, and it is your opportunity to get an answer, a live answer from the higher guides and angels to something that maybe has been on your mind and your heart. So the number at the radio show is 425-373-5527 or 1-888-298-5569. And before I get to all of that, I've got just a little guest today on my show for a few minutes. We have, as well as myself, we have other great shows. I mean, we really do.
The KKNW family.
Yeah, we are
just
a
added
family.
a new one.
Mm-hmm. We got a new one, and I'm bringing him on today. His name is Christopher Diggins.
He started his show a couple weeks ago. It's a brand new show, Mondays at 8 a.m. called Mastering Ascension, and we'll give him a round of applause for showing up and being a wonderful host already, right out the gate, strong. He's on live with us to say hi.
He is. Hi, Christopher.
Hey, good morning, Loretta and Benny.
It's really great.
It's a great pleasure to be here with you guys this morning.
Thank you. It's wonderful to have you on the show and to welcome you as part of the KKNW family. And I understand your show has got a fabulous title, Mastering Ascension, Our True Destiny as Creators of the New Earth. And so tell us just a little bit about yourself, Christopher.
Well,
how'd you end up here?
Well, I have a great story around that. About 2 months ago, I was listening to KKNW, and I actually had not been a regular listener, but every once in a while I tune in. And Eric, the station manager, he was on there talking about people having their own radio program, right? And I heard that, and it was like, no, that's not me, And then, and then about 2 weeks later, I'm sitting outside. It's a beautiful starry night, unusual here in the Northwest, and all of a sudden, and I was kind of in a meditative state, and all of a sudden this voice comes into my head, and it says, you need to do a radio station. It's like, and it told me it was from my 11th dimensional self. And then it said, the voice said it would go to the radio station and it would arrange things with the radio station management, so that whatever I wanted to do, they would be agreeable to it, and they would welcome me with open arms. And sure enough, I set up the appointment with Eric and Maryland, and I go there, and they were just ecstatic about bringing me on, and they were just so caring and warm, and Benny has been so supportive and welcoming. It's just been so wonderful to be a part of this family.
It is great, yeah. So I got a question. How did you know it was your 11th dimensional self?
Because it told me.
I love that.
And it was so clear. It was like someone sitting next to me saying it, and I had never really heard that distinct voice before. And the reason why it was coming through, Loretta, was because I've been studying with a woman named Christine Day.
Yes.
And she does. Are you familiar with Christine?
I'm familiar with her work.
And she I've been doing this for about 3+ years with her now. Every day I meditate, and my connection, especially since the end of February, I think it's been, my connection with them has gotten stronger and stronger. And they really have helped me. They say that we have this portal in our heart center, which they call the home space. And this doorway allows us to link to our multidimensional self, our higher self. And these multidimensional selves, this higher self, they are actually around the planet right now as Palladians in these motherships. And that's where they are. So my higher self, they're like hanging out on these motherships, and apparently I go there at night and commune with them, but I don't have memory of that. But I oftentimes get a feeling in the morning like something really amazing happened during the night, but I just don't have an exact memory of that. So
what is it exactly that you do, Christopher?
Well,
it's a big question sometimes.
Yeah. Well, what I do is my life really is about how to stop being a victim of circumstances of this third dimensional illusion that we're in, and how to become the creator of my reality. And by that I mean how to get into my heart and get to this place where I can feel my inspiration, my love, my power, and and to connect with that's my natural state. That's all of us. We all have this natural state. And so, and I have a group of people. I live out on Whidbey Island, actually, and I have a group of about 12 people that study with me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like out in front, and then they're like coming behind, and it's for the first time. And we just got started back in November, and for the first time, I come from a large family too of 8 people, but I've always been this weird person in the family,
Yeah.
And,
I do know.
And so these people that I'm family with now here on Whidbey, and we study together, and we just have this incredible loving relationship where there's so much trust and kindness, and we can share these strange things about ourselves,
Yeah.
These things I can't share with my family even to this day. If I bring it up, I get the garlic and the cross, to get me away from them, and so
don't you find, because I'm having the same thing going on in my business. I've been around a while, but I've discovered that lately, especially since June of last year, although it's hard to pinpoint it, there's been this growing desire in people's hearts to gather in like-minded communities, and maybe smaller, more intimate communities where and I do have a lot of people, like even in my Reiki class on Saturday, people were saying it's so nice to be here, where I can just say, I would really like to, be a healer. I want to work with energy. I want to help people in this way without people rolling their eyes and going, oh my goodness, what's wrong with you? And,
exactly.
Yeah. So this growing desire within ourselves, and like you say, the beauty that is in these, the gatherings that we have with each other, the groups that we're doing. So you're part of this whole movement toward raising the vibration, higher consciousness.
Exactly. And even talking with you now, Loretta, see, as we're talking about this, I can feel that in my heart. Mm-hmm. I can feel this connection with you, like, oh, this is like family, there's this and wonderful feeling, and this is our purpose. This is our spiritual purpose for being here, is how to we each have our own individual gifts, and every person has a contribution to make. Every person is equal, and every person has a contribution. And some of us are out in front as way showers and light workers, to get things going and clearing a path, I guess you could say. But everyone will be coming along on this path. It's so wonderful.
Haven't you always kind of felt, because I felt this way, like I didn't really fit in, and I was giggling when you said I'm the weird one in the family, and I go, well, my family actually has a lot of weird ones, but I am one of the weird ones. And we kind of love our weirdness, but I've always kind of felt like I didn't really belong here. I didn't really understand things. Like I've never really understood cruelty. I've never really understood hatred. It's not that I can't feel these things, because I can, but a part of me just doesn't get it, if I could say such a thing.
Oh, I know. The whole thing with war, like I'm 65 years old, so I was back in the Vietnam days, demonstrating. And then when the Iraq War happened in the 90s, I was like, I can't believe this. I can't believe we're doing this again. But 95% of the U.S. was like, oh yeah, we got to go to war. We have to fight for freedom. And I was like meditating on Saddam and loving him, and and George Bush, and doing these like light circles with them, with these leaders, trying to get them to stop this, but of course they didn't. But anyway, that was my purpose. That's been my purpose my whole life, is peace, and how to use love and light and imagery to bring that about on the planet. And now my calling is to be on the radio.
Yeah. Well, and to get your voice out there. I dedicated my voice years ago now to the higher realms, to be that voice out there. So you do wonderful, wonderful things, which I'm just really glad to hear of. I want to remind the listening audience that I'm talking to Christopher Diggins, and he is a part of a new member in the KKNW family as a talk show host. His show is Monday mornings at 8 a.m. It's called Mastering Ascension, Our True Destiny. as creators of the new earth. And that just sounds really, really fantastic. So do you have one last little thing you want to tell the audience? And then we're going to take a station break, and I'll come back and do angel readings with people live on the air. So
I would say to everyone to just continue to connect with your heart, and to find that inspiration and love and power in your heart, and then send that out into the world.
I love that. I got to say one last thing before we go to station break, because it's connected with what you're saying. You know, I developed a while ago what I call the Garden of the Heart, and I quite often help people go there because I believe these are real places within ourselves. And for me, when you said the home place, you know, the heart center, I went, oh, that's the same place. I'm just calling it something else.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's all about the heart connection.
Yeah, there's so many different names. You know, there's God, there's one, there's the Creator. You know, it's all the same.
It's all the same. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. And I look forward to more interaction with you.
Oh, Loretta, this was wonderful. Thank you for making my day.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for blessing all of us with your presence. And go and be in peace. We're going to take a little station break. This is the original Loretta Brown Show. And when I come back, I am going to take live listeners, live questions on the air for angel messages and things like that. The number at the station is 425-373-5527 or 1-888-298-5569. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I love that. That's a good song.
Living on a Prayer. Who is
I
it?
know. Living on a Prayer. I like the like, you know, don't you want to sing that part?
Oh, the very beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the ramp up? Yeah. I'm like, what part?
Yeah, it's great.
Hang on, you mean...
Anyway, this is the original
That
Loretta.
part.
Yeah,
The
that
original
part.
part, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Just so everyone's aware
Yeah,
of what
that's,
we're talking
you know,
about.
we just sometimes like to have a little bit of fun with you, you know.
Way to go, Mouth.
Yeah, thank you, the great Panini. The great Panini is awesome, by the way. He's my producer, and I just want to give him a plug on the air because you
I
cannot.
might have to officially change it or legally go down that road. It just kind of rolls.
It does.
It goes off fairly well. I kind of
does.
like it.
You'd be amazed what he does because we are live on the air and everything's happening right now in now time. Like, that's it. Like what you get. This is happening. Yeah.
I just expect hallway conversations like, hey, great Panini. Hey, come here. Can you fix the coffee machine?
Yeah, it's kind of like
And then
that.
I would be like, make it so.
Yeah.
It's all done. And I go back in here.
Make it so.
Make it so.
Make it so. Yeah.
The great Panini has blessed the coffee machine.
I actually think you have that power.
I
do.
know.
I think
I
you
like
do.
that.
Yeah, I think you do.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, we're having a little bit of fun. We are taking callers today for live angel messages and questions. You know, like even if you have a question about energy medicine or Reiki or you know something going on in your life, you know, like a psychic message. You know, because the angels and your guides are with you all the time. They know you better than I do. Yeah, feel free to call the station at 425-373-5527 or 1-888-298-5569. Let's take a caller.
Yeah, a couple lines open, so get in while you can. Bonnie from Lake Chelan or Chelan area. Hello, Bonnie. Welcome to the show.
Hi,
Hello.
Bonnie.
Hi, Loretta.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm anxious to get an angel reading.
Are you? Okay. Do you have anything in particular you want to ask or just whatever they want to say?
Yeah, just whatever they want me to know.
All right. So take a deep breath with me and exhale. And I'm just taking a look at your energy field and who's with you today. You got a nice group. You have a lot of rose-colored energy all around you. You've got some loving angels as well as some powerful archangels. You've got the Archangel Raphael here, as well as the Archangel Uriel, which has something to do with your future. So what they're saying is tap into your own innate wisdom when you're moving forward in life. That apparently there's some area of your life where you've got some choices to make. And I think these choices have to do not really with life path necessarily, but maybe with relationships. And so they say always come from a higher place within yourself of the wisdom of what you have learned through the years, right? And where your heart wants to take you. In other words, where do you want to end up? They're also telling me that you're a very loving person and that in your heart of hearts, that you have wanted to know how to open your heart a little bit more and to give more to the world. And you have a natural healing ability. So sometimes just by being in the room with people, you create the difference in the dynamic of that room or in the higher vibration, and can literally be a conduit for, I'm going to call it angelic love, to come down through you and out through your heart. So don't be afraid to do that. Mike, it's really, really great. By the way, do you have a dog?
Sassy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sassy is part, this is going to sound funny, Sassy is a little angel. And
oh, that's nice.
I know. And sometimes our dogs are angels. Sometimes our pets are angels. I know that sounds funny, but they come to love us, and they come for us to care for them and give us something to love also. And so she is got little wings, and she's just awfully sweet. Yeah.
Yes, she is.
But open your heart. And that doesn't mean, it doesn't mean that you have to open your heart to anything negative. When you open your heart, you just breathe into it and you relax into it. And kind of like what Christopher was saying in the early part of the show, the heart is our home place. It's the garden of our heart. And the more time we spend in there, the more connected we become with who we really are. And, we can step into life, like I say, from a higher place. So you have, they want me to repeat this to you. You have these love angels around you. Unconditional love. That's that rosy color. It's kind of a magenta rosy color. And, wow, I would absorb it. It's a healing energy.
Nice.
Yeah. Does that help you?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a lot of information really fast. I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, how to stay in stay in the garden of the heart. That's hard. When you're driving down the road,
that's such an honest statement, and it is the truth. They're saying that, remember that, if you can visualize it like it's actually a garden, and you're walking into it, like sometimes there's a gate at the garden, sometimes just walk down a little path into the garden, sometimes it's just there, and spend a little bit of contemplative time where you're quiet and you're just being in that heart space, realizing that, in the next moment you might have to get in your car, drive down the road, right? And you do want to be present when you're driving your car.
Yes.
And so it kind of gets like a breathing in and a breathing out, so everything is together. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That tells me exactly how to physically start doing this more.
Yeah, yeah. And then if you're out and about and you're starting to get all stressed out, just take a breath into the heart and relax a little bit. So soften is the word. Just soften a little bit and let the energy from the heart permeate you, and it'll just come right out like a fragrance of a flower. Yeah.
Would you say that once more?
They say when you're getting all stressed out, that you should just pause for a moment and breathe into the heart and just soften the heart. And as you exhale, you can imagine a fragrance coming out of your heart like it's a flower.
Yeah.
And that's the energy, and let that go into your energy field, and it'll just soften everything. I think you and everybody listening know that when we're uptight, like we clench our jaw and we clench our fists, and so we need to just soften. Just soften.
Okay.
It's all okay.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay. Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for calling in, and lots of love to you and Sassy.
Love it. And thanks for calling in, Bonnie. Leaves another line open, 425-373-5527 or 888-298-5569 for angel readings, of course, from Loretta, and she's here.
That's right.
I know. Kimberly from Everett. Oh. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Kimberly.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, blessings to you. What can I do for you today?
Thank you. I'm starting a new phase in my life, I feel. and kind of everything is changing. And I was just curious what the angels are saying about what I should be focusing on for the path I need to be on.
Okay, they're kind of showing me like a structure collapsing. So this looks to me like whatever it is you've been living up to this point is really going away. And you're right, you're constructing something new. So when you're in the process of constructing new, and they're saying relationships here, then you want to begin with yourself and bring yourself back to yourself, because we can get really thrown off. You know, when our life takes a big change, or even a little change, like any change at all to us is a big change, right? But when you're starting to go through that change, or life is changing, you want to exhale big time. Like that. Because a lot of us think, oh, I have to inhale, right? And we can't inhale if we're holding our breath. So you have to exhale, and then you've got to continue to exhale, because in a time of change, and this is kind of what you're doing, you're lifting out of the body. So you're not all the way down into your feet. You're not feeling safe. You're not feeling secure. You're unsure. You're like, my God, am I going to make this? Am I lost? What's happening? And there's kind of you've taken a little blow to the heart, a little blow to the self-esteem, a little blow to the concept that you have of who you really are. And they're saying, you are a good person. You go back to the basics. You are a really good person. You are an empath. You pick up people's stuff, and you're sensitive. And don't let the sensitivity drag you down right now. So just keep exhaling everything that just feels heavy, and focus on what it is you really want to have for the future, which, of course, is love and goodness and ease of life and sunshine on your face and flowers blooming, and, you get the idea, right?
Right.
So,
I do.
So the focus is not to close the heart or to fight harder, but to relax. And they're using the same word they used for Bonnie, which is soften just a little bit and allow your guides and angels, and ask them to step in and make this happen now for you. Because you're doing such a good work. You're doing so good. And you just need a little help. That's all. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. They want you to know that they're protecting you. You have great protection around you. Great protection. Like they're all holding hands around you in a circle, and they're don't think this sounds like smothering. They're covering you with protection. It's way up there so you can breathe, but it's there for you. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Be blessed. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for calling in, Kimberly. Another line open, 425-373-5527 or 888-298-5569. One more before the next break. Huh?
That sounds good.
All right, let's do it. Mona, first-time caller, first-time listener.
Oh,
I think she's a long-time listener, though.
Is she a long-time listener?
I hope so.
actually, I do listen. That's
Aha.
true.
Aha! Yay!
But I don't call in.
Oh.
Well, we give you congratulations for calling in.
Wow.
It's a big step
Thank
for you.
Okay, I
Big step,
give
big step.
big round of yes. Thank you.
I got a round of applause for Mona back. You betcha. Thanks, Mona, for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
It takes a little bit of courage to dial the number, and we get a little breathless, and the heart starts pounding. And
It is a weird, actually, you're right. It is sort of a
is.
weird feeling.
yeah, it means you're supposed to call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
So I'm sort of similar to the last caller is there's lots of things going on in my workplace right now, so I'm sort of trying to figure out where the right place is for me to go next.
Mm.
And I think I might know, but I'm not totally sure.
All right. And I'm sitting with that because the ground feels uneven. So let me just sit with you for just a moment. The guides want me to say to you and to everybody listening that right now, in the beginning of April, we have 5 planets that are retrograde. And so there is sort of this challenging energy for a lot of people. And because we've got Aries, which is very fiery, and then we've got these planets going backwards. It's sort of like having one foot on the gas pedal. You're wanting to go forward, and then one foot's on the brake. So it's like forward, no, forward, no, forward, no, right?
Right.
And so you've got this really playing out in your energy field right now. So I'm being in it, and here's what they have to say to you. The first thing that happens when we're supposed to move forward is that you'll get a tugging in the heart. Like, kind of like, oh, that's interesting. Kind of like what we were talking about when you first got on is like, I get a little pounding in my heart. I feel a little breathless, and I'm thinking about this thing. And then at that point, you can either put the brakes on, or you can do that one little tiny thing which moves you forward. And they're encouraging you to do the one tiny little thing to move forward. And they're saying, trust your intuition.
Yeah.
That they're speaking to you louder and louder and louder. And they're saying, go for it, go for it. It's going to be all right. Jump, jump. You're going to land. Oh, and I love this too. They make great analogies. So Aries, of course, is the ram, right? And I always think of the ram like this mountain goat that just leaps. And then, I got this thing about goats. It's just a joke I have with my daughter, right? We always post pictures of goats, right? And she sent me this picture one time of these goats just on the side of a cliff. Like, I don't even know how they're there. And then their little babies are just eating little bits of grass, right? And so the guides are saying this is a good analogy for you of believing and trusting.
Yeah.
Trusting that
that word comes up a lot lately. Trust.
Yeah, trust. Believe and trust. And the question is, who or what do you need to believe and trust in? Yeah. And isn't it really yourself? Yeah. So replace your fear with faith and trust.
Is there a particular angel, like
Michael?
Michael.
Archangel Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, he is really, really great for helping us deal with fear, and he gives us courage and strength and confidence. And, if I was going to walk down the street and have some big muscular angel with a big sword of light and walking next to me, I probably would feel like I could do anything.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can ask Archangel Michael, anybody can ask Archangel Michael to come. Some people call him Saint Michael. But you can ask him to be on your left and your right, and in front of you and behind you and above you and below you, and just open the doorways and take you forward.
Okay.
You also have Archangel Uriel with you, who has to do with it's Uriel. Uriel, not Ariel. Uriel. And he is he goes in front of us and prepares the way.
Okay.
So sometimes he fights battles. I think of it like, I climbed Annapurna in the Himalayan mountains years ago, and the Sherpas would go ahead of us, and by the time we got there, the camp would be set up and the tents are there and the food's ready. That's kind of like what he does.
Okay.
Yeah. So I definitely incorporate him.
All right. Well, thank you, Loretta.
How fun. I'm so glad you called in. How fun.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Be blessed.
Thanks, Mona. Appreciate it. And pass along the good message about the show.
Yeah.
We love it.
Absolutely.
Loretta Brown Show, 425-373-5527. If you'd like to get in now's the time. We got a couple phone lines open.
Yeah.
And we'd love to hear from you, right?
That's right.
Okay, so let's take a quick little break.
We'll take a break, and we'll come back and take more callers. So if you're on the lines, don't go away. Benny, you picked the best music. I love it.
Well, thank you.
I know. Life is just a moment, blowing in the wind. Oh. Anyway, welcome back to...
That's what Lionel was singing about.
know.
Exactly what Lionel Richie was doing.
I know. Is that amazing?
You two are just connected.
I'm so connected. Completely. That's right. This is the original.
See?
I know I did
you
it
have
too.
to take that pause. It's needed in order to not stumble. I do it too. That's why.
Original Loretta Brown Show.
It all rolls.
I know.
But it's a da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
You gotta get that. That's right. And kind of like Loretta, you know, it's a great name. Anyway, you can find out more about me at thelorettabrownshow.com or ReikiOasis.com. And we do have great workshops coming up all the time. You can sign up for the free newsletter and sign up for appointments and workshops at schedule.reikioasis.com. And yeah, next Saturday, April 15, I'll be talking at SakuraCon right here in Seattle about Japanese Reiki and the secret power symbol. And if you come to the class, you'll find out what the secret power symbol is. That's right. You do have to pay for entrance to SakuraCon. So anyway, we're taking callers today live on the air for angel messages and answers to questions from the higher wisdom. At least we hope there's higher wisdom. It's not my wisdom, thank goodness.
It's out there. Rochelle from Kirkland, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Rochelle. How are you?
I'm well. I wrote in my gratitude journal this morning that I think I was grateful for all of everyone that surrounds me in the spiritual realm.
Wonderful.
And so I wondered if there was any little message. It's my birthday today, so for the next year, kind of anything I should be focusing on, they want me to know about?
Yeah. First of all, I just have to tell you this. Funny, before you even said anything, I went, they're wearing party hats. They got party tutors. They're throwing confetti. They're like, happy birthday to you. You know, that kind of thing. That's right. So so I'm asking them, what are they up to? They're saying they would like you. First of all, they really appreciate you giving them gratitude.
Oh, okay.
And it's a little message to everybody. Even if you don't know who your angels and your guides are, everybody's got them. And they're just divine spiritual beings that help us with absolutely everything. And they say that for the next year, that your focus is really about you this year.
Okay.
It is. And so bring it back. I mean, I realize that, we all have things to do out there and we have people to care for, but they want you to pay close attention to how you feel about everything this year.
Okay.
How are you feeling? And to lovingly be honest with you about your feelings and use them as navigational tools to help guide you forward. They're telling me that there's a change coming for you this year, almost like a shedding of a skin. And that more of your light self is going to emerge. And I think this is a really good thing. They say it's going to be painless. Don't worry about it. It's not like you have to do anything. It's just a matter of raising the vibrational rate. And as your vibrational rate raises, it's going to kind of clear off some of any negativity that's been there, any old stories is the way I say it.
Perfect.
Like old framework, like this is how I thought I was and this is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you're redefining yourself.
Yeah. Okay. That makes total sense.
Oh, I'm glad it does. And you're emerging as they're saying it's the next step on your step up into your highest destiny. It's your next step, and this redefinition of yourself is really in alignment with your being more authentic.
Okay.
And sharing your gifts.
Yeah.
So
that's great, Loretta.
Yeah. So
okay.
Always admit the truth to yourself about how you're feeling. Just because we feel grumpy one day doesn't mean we're a bad person. We're just grumpy. And
right. I'm working on my grumpiness.
and you can be grumpy and then say, I'll just drink a glass of water and I'll feel better, right?
Okay,
anyway,
appreciate it.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for calling in.
Okay, have a great day, you guys.
All right. Bye
You
now.
too. Appreciate it. And birthday today. That's got to be fun. Nancy from Tacoma. Hello and welcome to the show, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. Welcome to the show. Yeah.
Hi, thanks.
How are you? What's going on?
I need some inspiration and some motivation, and I'm trying to finish my degree, and I've got a big challenge. I've got to get a lot done in the next 2 weeks.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm feeling depleted.
Okay. Your cheer squad is here.
I can see you with pom-poms in a skirt.
That's exactly right. They all showed up. They instantly, angels are hilarious, by the way. I just have to say they love laughter. They like to make us joyful. and they're more than ready to pop on a costume at any given moment. So if you can imagine the Archangel Michael with hairy legs and a cheerleading outfit, he's like, I don't care.
Is it the Fighting Archangels? Is
Yeah.
that the team that they're on?
That's right. The Fighting Archangels and also some other angels. I mean, like people, I should say, angels are more than happy to jump in. But here's what they want to say. They go, you really just exhale and inhale all the love and goodness and protection that is around you. Go deep inside yourself. This is a deep one. Just breathing deep, realizing that at some level of yourself, you're feeling afraid. You're lacking confidence, right? You're like, can I really do this? What am I doing, right? I got myself into this thing, and now look I've got a 2-week time frame, right?
Right.
And remember that time is just an illusion, and they're not saying that flippantly. When you relax the throat, and I'm going to give everybody a piece of great wisdom, and I'll share a personal story in a minute. When you relax your throat, you exhale and you allow the relaxation from the throat to spread down through the body and up over the top of the head. You open your mind and you let go of trying to figure out how this is going to happen. What you do is you say, I need this done. This will be done by whatever date it is. And then you just set about doing what you know to do and leave them to play with time. Now, I'm going to share a story that happened a couple of weeks ago, and it's happened quite regularly. I've been testing it, and I'm sharing the mystery with you. So I had got in the car, and I was going to meet some friends someplace. And as soon as I tried to come out of the entryway to my home, there was an accident.
Well,
and I got delayed there at that accident for like 20 minutes. And I'm sitting there, and I'm trying not to get edgy. But, I only had so much time to get to the meeting place. And so I got through that, and I thought, well, I still have time because I had left early enough. And I got onto the freeway, and there's another accident. And at that point, I found myself getting angry, frustrated. And I could feel my whole body, and I'm grinding my teeth, and I'm, and I'm thinking, okay, I've got a choice right here, right now. I can either get all uptight and, pop my blood vessels out, or I can just relax and say that there's a tempo, there is a flow, there is something happening right now that I cannot control, at least not in the way that I want to, right? Which is, get everybody off the road so I can get where I need to go. And so I kind of just, because I was sitting on the freeway, I kind of closed my eyes and I relaxed my throat. And that's what I heard the angel say. Relax your throat, breathe, relax your belly, relax your shoulders, and tell us exactly what you want. And I said, I need to be there. And I want to pull into that driveway at 10:30. And I instantly visualized myself pulling in at 10:30. And then I was completely relaxed, and I opened my eyes, and I sat there, and all of a sudden, the freeway opened, like the cars were moving. And I was moving forward, and I was driving, and I decided to just really be in the moment as best I could. I wasn't going to look at the clock. I wasn't going to do any of those things. And I pulled into the driveway, and I knew without a shadow of a doubt that when I looked at the clock, it was going to be 10:30, and it was. And there was no way, because it was 10:15 when I said that, and it was a 40-minute drive. So I did that, and I went, wow. And I thanked all the guides and angels. I said, I don't know how you did that. That was amazing. And I had another chance to test it out the next day. And once again, ran into kind of the same thing. And I said, are you guys just giving me more opportunity to try this out? And they said, yeah, you always have a choice, whether you're going to start to go crazy and get your hair on fire, or you're going to relax in the moment and say, well, the Buddhists have a saying, what is my path? What is in front of you is your path. And so the more we can embrace it without getting all freaked out, the more we can relax into it, and you will find the time. You will expand the time You will just simply get it done because you won't be having to override all of the tightness in the body or the lack of self-esteem or all of those things. Does that help you?
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. I'm worried that I'm not, that I just can't.
Yeah, and they're saying you can do it. You absolutely can, and you will. And they're saying you've already done it at some level, and all you're really having to do is catch up to it. They love you very, very much. By the way, you have study angels. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, you can cheat with them. I've always done it. I've always told people I cheat. When I want to take a test, I ask the study angels to come. And I go, I need help. Study angels, give me the answers. And also, when I'm studying, help me study what needs to be studied and give me clarity so that I can focus on what needs to be focused on. And it really works.
Okay.
So cheat with the study angels.
Okay. I'm all for any kind of help.
You still have to do your part. So what I tell
slog.
people is you have to do your 2%, and then they do the 98%. But you have to do your 2%. So you can't just lay on the couch and then go take a test. It's not going to work. Okay. Also, water.
Oh, no.
Last thing, water.
Hydrate.
And make sure you got
Water.
enough protein, snacks, and hydration.
All right.
All right.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm on my way to actually get some a quad coffee and some protein. So.
A quad coffee. I love that.
Yeah. I'm not fooling around.
Good. And you can be that firm with them. Listen, angels, I'm not fooling around. Let's get this thing done now.
I'm coming at you with a quad.
That should raise my vibration, I think.
I would think it'd raise
Just a little bit.
something.
I know it would be. I know it would be.
Okay.
Thanks so
All
much,
right.
Nancy. Oh, and laugh a lot.
That's right. You
Yeah.
got to. You got
You
to.
gotta laugh a lot.
Thanks, Nancy, for
That's right.
joining us. I think that's going to wrap it up for today, Loretta.
I think it is.
Woo!
That was a great show. Thank you all so much for being part of my show and being my guest today.
Yeah.
And remember to be kind to each other, love each other, and go to the place, the Garden of the Heart, often, soften, and have a great week. I'll talk to you next time.
And check in with our new show. It's Christopher Diggins, Mastering Ascension on Mondays at 8 a.m. Another little plug
That's right.
for him. Brand new show. It's a couple weeks of us starting, so give it a try.
By the way, the Loretta Brown Show is aired twice a week. This show is aired again Monday mornings.
At 6.
At 6.
So right before
That's
Chris's
right.
show.
That's right.
A little bit before.
Yeah, a little bit before. If you're up early and meditating, just turn it on. Anyway, have
It's
a great week.
Sandwich of Loretta.
That's right. I love that. All right. We'll talk to you next time. Bye now.